that they can play with their back to the basket to get you an easy bucket. I ain't talking about one of those acrobatic Houdini shots that Kyrie and
Luka and Kyrie. When you talk about two of the best post-up wings and guards in the league,
Kyrie's 6 foot tall. He ain't posted up nobody.
That don't mean what you tell me. You haven't been watching basketball without telling me you haven't been watching basketball.
Kyrie down on the block, say, give me the ball down on the block, Perk. Come on now. I'm not saying he can't bend it. We know Luka like to play. Luka like to play out of the post, kind of like LeBron, because now he's a bigger guard. He can get that, but they don't get any easy buckets, Perk. I get it. They won 7 or 10, but Perk, they not no serious threat.
The twirling Doncic. Melting into the defense. The front there. He got it in a foul. Wow. It ain't right.
What's up, man? How y'all enjoyed that intro? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get my lights right over here. Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all having a good time out there. It's your boy TGK here on TGK TV, where we're about to have another installment of the Mavs official pre-game show, man. I hope y'all are all having a good day out there. I mean, if y'all been in Texas this week, it's like it's summer all of a sudden down here. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But I wasn't ready for no summer down here. But, you know, it's kind of synonymous with what's going on around the league and ESPN and everywhere else. Now we talking about post-ups. All right, man, whatever. I'm going to save my entire, my entire, like, monologue about what the hell they were talking about later on in the show. Where I'll kind of do a deep dive into like what kind of shenanigans. Get it? I just came up with that. Get it? Shenanigans instead of Shannon. Oh man, hold on. I need to write that down. Hold on. I'll take all the credit for that, man. Anyway, again, if this is your first time here, definitely leave a like on the video. Consider subscribing, all that good stuff. I noticed like I didn't want to say that. Let me stop. But anyway, if you like Mavs content, you like anything related to the Mavs. Again, I do pregame shows for almost every single game. I normally aim to do it 1 hour before tip-off. If you're in the comments, you're watching this, consider yourself as the co-host. All of your comments, as long as you put a TGK in there, I'll do my best to read all of them. And consider yourself as the co-host of the show. All right? So whatever topics you want to talk about, any narrative-driven things you want to mention, any statistical things you want to bring up, any rotation things, any game plan things, any strategy things, your opinion is just as valid as mine opinion because we're all fans at the end of the day. So definitely comment, be active. There's tons of other people in the comments. Just chatting it up. You can chat back and forth with anybody. This is a safe space to be a Dallas Mavericks fan in, and we ain't got no bad opinions, nothing like that. We're all here for a good vibe. To kill an hour before the actual game tips off. We got an early game today. So, hold on. We got early game today. Let me get my banner up here. I see my banner's not up there. There we go. There. See now it kind of feels. What about this? What does this look like? Nah, we not. All right. What about? Nah, because then you won't see me. So then I gotta do it this. All right. Anyway, man. Hopefully you're having a good time, man. So what I like to do, I'd like to start the show with reading a couple of comments, getting the vibe for everybody's feelings tonight. It's definitely a bounce back game tonight. Definitely a bounce back game tonight. A lot of narratives within MAVS circles about THJ and Jason Kidd. I have watched all of the MAVS YouTube videos on that subject. I've seen a lot of people's commentary on Twitter. Not that I base my opinion on it, but I like to see what the vibe is like, right? Because part of me is like, well, I felt about Tim Hardaway the same way I felt about him now than I did when the season started, right? If you've been here, I've been calling for Jaden Hardy to get more minutes over Tim Hardaway Jr. I've been calling for Jaden Hardy to replace Tim Hardaway Jr.'s role because I feel like he has more abilities than just pulling up threes and shot chunking, right? Then you hear Tim Hardaway Jr.'s dad talking about things, but it is what it is, right? Anyway, we'll get into all of that. We got an hour to kill. Now, let's get into the comments, man. I hope y'all having a good time out here. Night is in the building. Man, I wish I had my soundboard. RIP to soundboard, man. I'm at to link up with a Div so he can really help me figure out what the hell's wrong with my stupid computer here. Knight says, F every member of First Take. Now that's out the way. Let's go, Mavs. What's good, broski? What's good, man? All good over here, man. All good over here. Noah says, I never took Shannon Sharp's basketball take serious anyway. He never played basketball. You mean to tell me Shannon is at home one night and he says, I'm going to watch a Mavs game? No, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, I just would have thought, at least you would know, like, the stars of the game, right? Like, I would think you would understand Kyrie's capabilities, Luka's capabilities, and you want to say something so flagrantly out of bounds in that fashion. But I'm going to save a lot of that whenever I go over it more in detail. Noah says, transition defense was bad. Our closeouts was bad last game, and Kyrie didn't start off slow at the beginning. I felt like Kyrie started off hot like Luka. Then it would have changed, but THJ is here. Yeah, I mean, even when Kyrie got us back into the game within like 4 points, Tim Hardaway Jr. Had his moments. And if you watch the game, you would understand what the gripe is about. I think he was having a rough stretch, literally from the third quarter into the fourth. And I guess my biggest gripe is that Jason Kidd didn't acknowledge that, notice it, and he made zero adjustments. And it's like, when you know a guy's like not helping the team, you gotta change something up. Jaden Hardy was right there, and you're gonna put him in. Nancy, what's up, Nancy? She said, how are you doing? What is this newest rumor about Exum now having a new injury? What do you know about it? I don't know much about it. Hold on. Let me see if there is a new injury. No, it looks like it's the same. Right knee bursitis, the most recent thing I've seen. Let me know where you saw that from, Nancy. Let me know. But from what I saw, they're planning on him playing tomorrow. So I think he's gonna be back sooner than you think. But I'm doing good, by the way. Hold my latte, what up? Tonight is important. If we win and Pels lose, we move to 8th. I think you meant 6th. If we lose, we blame Kid, fire Kid. Yeah, if we do lose. It's going to be a tough matchup, though, man. Let's not overlook the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are good for a reason right now. Jenna Kim, what's up? Hey, TJ Kim, I'm nervous about this game, but they usually do better after a bad loss. So let's hope Kid does better and everyone hits their shots. Agreed, definitely. DB, let's go Mavs. What's good, my boy? We're going to get this dub. 100. We hungry. Yes, sir. We got to. We got to get this game today, man. Oh, my latte says THJ under 25 minutes plus 10 bricks and turnover combined. Dang. 10 bricks and turnover combined. I got you. Hardy over. I think it's over. Good. Do it over. That's how I read it a little bit better. Over is kind of hard. Over for 10 minutes. PJ over 10 points. This should be easy 10K odds. I'm dead. I think we should see Hardy a little bit more today. The reason for that is I think you could get some kind of a mismatch with Hardy out there with him being guarded by maybe a Darius Garland. But then again, I don't know too much about the Cleveland Cavaliers. I know they got some good center depth like we do. Donovan Mitchell. Do they still got a core role? We're gonna find out. We'll get into more Cavaliers talk here in a second, but those over/under odds are pretty hilarious. Gina Kim says, speaking of a bad game, shout out Rick for out-coaching Kid. I hope he can learn a thing or two from him, especially how to call timely timeouts to stop our runs. Yeah, I mean, it's Jason Kidd at the end of the day. We all know that he is literally the X factor for this Mavs team and how we move forward. So I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I don't know. Like, you start running out of things to say because it feels like you're saying the same things over and over. But we know what it is. We know it's Jason Kidd not being an in-game adjuster, right? When everything's going good, he doesn't change a thing. When everything's going bad, he doesn't change a thing. I think he truly believes into his game plan. And sometimes that game plan don't work, man. It just don't work sometimes. Nancy says, did you hear Kai saying in his post-game interview when they asked him about the laws, he talked about the coaching staff on the other side making adjustments, but then he also said throughout the game, I did not. Normally, I've had to get away from like watching post-game interviews for some reason, but I could try to find it. Let me see. Kyrie. I did see the one part where he's talking about like incremental improvements. So when it comes to like the 7-game win streak, to him it didn't, it don't mean ish, right? But having them incremental improvements. So I like when he said that. I understand that perspective, but I didn't see him about the in-game adjustments. Back to Jason Kidd, right? He needs to make the adjustments. Big J, what up? What up? Time for a bounce back game. Tonight it's going to be a tough game to bounce back from, so hopefully we could take care of business against the Cavaliers for sure. Jenna Kim says, we'll get a player like TJ making dumb, crucial mistakes. He said they should get the ball to Kai more. Well, that's what you tell the team after the timeout and put in the other star in the clutch. Jenna Kim, look, guys, common sense isn't so common. Jason Kidd notices that we weren't giving the ball to Kyrie, right? That's a great point, Jenna Kim. It's a beautiful point. I didn't even think of that. Well, if you notice it, J Kidd, call a timeout, dogs. Like, it's mind-blowing. Definitely mind-blowing. DV says, Tim Legler says he's putting us on notice because he's been talking highly of us and wants to see us to make a statement on these next 3 games. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I have it queued up. So an adjustment, not an adjustment, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, so in looking at that video, we're going to do also our news and rumors. So let's go ahead and let's get started on the news and the rumors.
The MVP, I think.
All right, this is Tim Legler here talking about the Mavericks and whatnot. Let's get to it.
I'm telling you right now, I'm putting the Mavericks on notice. All right, because I was hyping them up, talked them up. I'm on record for a lot of stuff. I think Luka's going to win the MVP. I think Dallas is a team that's going to look like a legitimate threat in the West for the first time, really, since Luka's been there. And then you go out and you get blown out by Indiana by 22 points. So, they had a long winning streak before that, but this is a great game. And actually this is 3 more games on this trip. They go to Cleveland, they go to Toronto on Wednesday, and then they go to Boston on Friday. So you want to really make a statement, go take these 3 games, sweep them. Yeah. But it starts with the Cavs. I think it's a gettable team. They're very good defensively. Let's see how Luka operates against this team. I think it'd be a great opportunity for them to show what they are, to rebound from the game that they had against Indiana, to come into Cleveland and beat a team that's been red hot and is that good defensively. Let's see what kind of number they can put up on them. That's what I'm looking for in this game. Yeah.
Tim Legler has been doing a great job putting us out there, and we kind of embarrassed him, right? But I totally agree. You got a great couple of games. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got a surging 3-game winning streak Toronto Raptors. And then you have the Boston Celtics, who are currently on an 8-game winning streak. If you're able to take care of business and win all 3 games, That'd be great, right? Especially with you could have been on an 8-game winning streak. I think you should have beat the Pacers. They obviously were a tough team offensively to deal with, but I don't think the Cavaliers are that like daunting of a task offensively. So as long as the Mavericks can lock in, utilize their centers. Oh, that's another great point. Centers, right? Minute distribution. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But let's go and let's take a look at what Grant Afseth has tweeted here recently. Grant Afseth has recently tweeted. Why is I'm like I got the wrong? We'll leave it there. He stated Jason Kidd on Dante Exum's injury recovery stated I thought he was good both days. Yesterday was good. Hopefully sometime on this road trip. Could Exum play tomorrow night? And Jason Kidd replied, could be. So we might see Exum tomorrow. As far as the injury report is concerned, Luka Doncic, same thing, broken nose. But suddenly, Josh Green is on here with a right elbow sprain. You know Josh Green and his elbows will take him out for a whole month or two. So, I don't know. Right? A little worrisome there. Maxi Kleber with a nasal fracture, same thing. Derek Lively, nasal fracture. They are all available to play against the Cavaliers. And Dante Exum is the lonely one still out with the right knee bursitis. Let me see if there was anything else. Rick Carl apparently spent some time watching YouTube. Or I'm dead. All right. No, normally, like, I think like I think Grant Apps is smart about putting the majority of his content into Sports Illustrated because a lot of the stuff he was putting it on Twitter for free. Right? He probably saw me resharing, showing all of this stuff and using it as a segment. Like, nah, man, we can't let TGK be reporting off of this. Frank's in the building. What's up? He said, TGK, what's good, man? Noah says, Shannon Sharp don't watch the Mavs when he says Kyrie and Luka don't post up. Truly doesn't. And I understand, like, your conventional post-up move is not it's not like Tim Duncan out there. It's not like Dirk Nowitzki, right? It's not all of this perception that he looks at it like post up on the block and asking for the ball. Offenses are a lot more creative where you can utilize different, how would I say, motions to get a mismatch to then guard your said guard or forward on the block, right? Shannon Sharp talking about they don't got no one to post up and get easy buckets. Bro, everything they do offensively, quote unquote, is easy, right? I'm gonna save that. We'll get back to it. Nan says I'm worried about Jason Kidd's rotations tonight and whether he starts to adjust to what's going on in the game when players are cold. He hasn't done it all year. He's a player's coach. He's gonna leave him in there to figure it out. He's not that kind of coach, and all it is hope. I just hope he gets better. I hope he makes changes. I haven't seen it. Nice says, whoever Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith root for in the playoffs, I hope the Mavericks match up with them and sweep them. Man, imagine, bro. Man, I just want the Mavs to win a championship. Imagine what everybody's gonna say. Bunch of crickets. Frank says, can't believe the Mavs fandom and Perkins are on uniting this one time. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad that First Take is actually making me side with Kendrick Perkins. I'm truly upset about that. Like, I thought the entire interaction and debate was a little bit ridiculous. It's far-fetched, man. Homa Latte says, friendly reminder, Lukai doesn't work at all. Luka ball hogging, Kyrie is team destroyer, and also no post-up game for both. Trust the media. DV says, Kyrie post-up moves in Indiana. But they don't want to talk about it, right? They don't want to talk about it. Noah says, Shannon saying they can't get easy buckets. Luka's averaging 34 with ease. What is he talking about? I got a great counterpoint for this whole easy points thing. I just got to save it. Junior Kim says, getting Perkins and Stephen A. Smith to defend us is shocking to me. Uncle want to talk about an easy basket, but they didn't say there's no defense in the NBA. I thought Luka's 73-point game was easy. You took my thunder, Junior Kim. That's literally what I was going to say. So when Luka scores 73, it's easy. But then you can't go get easy buckets without posting. Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? What is it? Where's the consistency? That's all I'm asking for. Like, if you're going to be doing these analysis and all these things and going on ESPN talking as crazy as you talk, have some consistency. Have some dignity to have consistency, because there is none. There is none. DV says W intro. Appreciate that, man. Frank says fire intro. Appreciate it. I was scrambling, bro. I was scrambling trying to get it all right. I almost messed up, but I got it right. All right, here's what happens, right? It's an earlier kickoff game tonight, so we had to kick off the show at 5, right? My ass is like in bed, and I notice, I'm like, oh, it's 4:40, and I haven't done my tags. I haven't set up my clips. Oh, man. Right? So there I am, like scrambling, trying to get everything together, the lighting, the green screen, everything. And it nearly worked. Barely worked. Salute to already knowing the process, right? But I was running late. Noah says the media is praying we don't make it to the playoffs. Of course. You already know. Hit the like button, folks. Yes. Appreciate it. Whitman 34, DJ Whitman 34. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, if y'all don't mind hitting a like, it's not a requirement, but I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's not often Perk gives positive Luka for Mavs narrative. It's not often at all. If we win and the Pels lose today, then we'll be 5th seed. Is it 5th or 6th? I know we're like half a game separated from a lot of teams. Gina Kim says, Luka and Kai are the best at getting easy buckets because no one can guard them. So what is Unk yapping about? Kai doesn't need to post up regardless to get an easy bucket. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead. I'll go over this. This will be the last time we talk about this. I just found this conversation to be completely ridiculous. So I'm going to show it in its entirety to the point where I feel like I could cut it off. But I really want to call out Shannon Sharp for this kind of stuff, man. So here it goes. Check it out.
Big Perk, you buying the Mavs as legit contenders, or you feel like they're pretenders?
I am buying it, and I said it last week. I feel like Luka is the most dangerous player in the Western Conference. I mean, the pieces that they picked up.
So Kendrick Perkins does give us really good, how would I say, analysis, right? Talks very well about us until Mr. Shannon Sharp gets involved. So let's get into the Shannon Sharp angle of all of this, which is quite ridiculous on Shannon Sharp's part.
Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, because both of those guys are capable of having an explosive offensive night that can win you a game in any series or win you a series against any opponent in the Western Conference.
Here we go.
Okay, I give you this. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, they gave you 60 plus last night. Who they guarding? Who Luka guarding? Who Kyrie guarding? Who is that team guarding? They got, at some point in time, you got to get stopped.
So let me stop it there, right? He's feeding off of older narratives that were about last year. Remember Stephen A. talking about, oh, they can't guard a napkin, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, the defense was bad last year. The defense this year, it hasn't been that bad in comparison. If you look at the defensive ratings, right now for the season, defensive rating wise, the Mavericks are 21st. Last year, I think they were like 29, 28, something like that. But over the last 4 to 5 games, I could find it. You know what? Midway through this, I'm gonna show y'all. Look, so let's just address the defensive angle, okay? So right now, what you're seeing is the defensive rating for the entire season. Right now, the Mavericks are number 21, right, with a 116 defensive rating. Let's go over what since the last 8 games, right? The 7-game win streak and the loss. We'll include all those games together. Let's see where the Dallas Mavericks defensive rating ranks. The Dallas Mavericks over those last 8 games have the 4th best defense. So what is Shannon Sharp talking about? Who's going to guard them? You know what I'm saying? It's not like we didn't beat anybody in that 8-game winning streak. We definitely destroyed the Thunder. We beat the Suns. And yeah, we beat up some other low-hanging fruit teams, right? But that's a sign of a good team. And you look at the statistics here, since we want to talk about stats, They have a net rating of 11.4 in those last 8 games. The Boston Celtics have the best one because they're the best team, right? The Minnesota Timberwolves, they have a 14.6 net rating because they're one of the best teams, right? And is there anyone else with a plus 11? No. We were the third best team in that regard. As far as net rating, we were third. You know what I'm saying? So that's my problem with some of these national pundits. They just go off of older narratives when they don't know that we have P.J. Washington, when we have, Gafford and Lively, we have Derrick Jones Jr. And then you also have a superstar player in Luka Doncic who is top 10 in 3 defensive categories. But they just want to gloss over it. So let's continue to hear what Shannon Sharpe and his shenanigans, what he doesn't know about the Mavericks. Let's keep listening to this.
Shannon, nobody's guarding nobody in today's game. Okay,
but in crunch time, you got to. If they don't get any easy buckets, they ain't got nobody that can play with their back. Okay, look at Jokic, look at Cat, look at teams you said in the Western Conference for the most part. Now, even Chet Holmgren, he can play with his back to the basket a little bit. But who they got that can play with their back to the basket to get you an easy bucket? I ain't talking about one of those acrobatics who. Dini shot that Kyrie and
Luka and Kyrie. When you talk about 2 of the best.
Oh, my internet lagging. All right, let me jump in here. He talked about clutch, right? Talked about clutch. I like Shannon Sharpe. I hate exposing him like this because I'm really gonna repurpose what I'm doing right now and show this to other people, whatever the case may be. But let's talk about clutch, right? Here's clutch statistics, right? You want to talk about clutch stats. In the clutch, the Dallas Mavericks are 17-6 with an offensive rating of 128 and a defensive rating of 104 and a plus net rating of 23.5 in the clutch. This is legitimate stuff here. I'm not pulling this out of my ass, right? I'm not just saying stuff to say it. I'm rebuttaling a far-fetched take that Shannon Sharpe did no research on when you're talking about clutch. The Mavericks are the second best clutch team in the league. better than the Clippers, right? The Clippers are 16-11. The Mavericks are 17-6. They haven't been in the clutch that often as the Clippers. It's kind of crazy, the net rating, the 16-11, and they've got a crazy net rating. But the Mavericks, ladies and gentlemen, 17-6. They're probably the best one. I don't really care. They're the best one. Y'all see that, right? I'm not coming up with these things. I'm finding them, doing my research, and then showing you. Is that so hard to be on national media to provide proper context without bull crap narratives, right? Let's hear the rest of this.
Post up wings and guards in the league.
Kyrie's 6 foot tall. He ain't posted up nobody.
That don't mean what you are. Tell me you haven't been watching basketball without
Kyrie.
Kyrie don't have a post game. Kyrie don't have a post game. That's what you said. Shannon Sharpe, are you sitting up here on national television and telling me that
How many times you saw Kyrie down on the block say, "Give me the ball down on the block, Perk"? Come on now. I'm not saying he can't finish. We know Luka like to play. Luka like to play out of the post, kind of like LeBron, because now he's a bigger guard. He can get that, but they don't get any easy buckets, Perk. And I get it. They won 7 of 10, but Perk, they not no serious threat because they don't have anybody to match up with Minnesota. They don't have anybody to match up with the Nuggets. They don't have anybody to match up with the Clippers. Come on, bro.
Well, you got to cut.
Well, what he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you. Cat is great. Anthony is great, but the Mavericks literally do have people to match up against them defensively. You have Gafford, you have Lively, you have Kleba, you have pieces that you could throw out there that could legitimately make it difficult for them. It's not going to shut them down. P.J. Washington's not going to shut down Edwards. Preferably, you want DJJ on him and Exum and Josh Green, right? But to just blatantly say these things, it's it's offensive to us Mavs fans because you're not doing no research, my bro. What am I saying, my boy? You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing no research, bro, at all. And you just saying crazy things, man.
There's a couple of things.
Here comes Stephen A. with some actual analysis. It's crazy.
Often, but when he wants to, he has done it, and he has done it successfully. We know he can finish in the open court.
Oh, yeah,
we know he can finish on that bat. We know he can finish at the basket as well. And Luka is like averaging 34, 9, and 8. I mean, he's been nothing short of spectacular. I think when you pick up a guy like Daniel Gafford before the trading deadline, you got P.J. Washington, you got Kleber back as well. You've got some size, you've got some additional shooters. You've got Tim Hardaway Jr. playing the way that he's been playing. I would tell you this about the Dallas Mavericks. You are absolutely right. Do I consider them
There's a post move by Kyrie?
No, not by a long shot, but I will tell you this. They're so explosive offensively that they can put you on your heels and make you tight offensively because you know you can't afford mistakes because you can't stop them. And because of that reality, I think, Shannon, that is what makes them a threat. I don't think they're winning the West. You understand? I really, really don't. But in the same breath, during the 7-game winning streak that they had, listen, they beat Phoenix, if I remember correctly. They beat Oklahoma City, if I remember correctly. They beaten Minnesota earlier this year. It's a regular season game, I get that. But you see some of the elite teams within the Western Conference. Dallas has beaten them. And so I look at it from that perspective, and I say to myself, if Kyrie and Luka are clicking. Those other brothers are making their contributions. Derek Lively, who KP brought up, he's been a big-time acquisition for them.
Stephen A. been watching?
For them. I'm looking at them and I'm saying, could they be a threat? Hell yes, they could be a threat.
Okay.
Well, if we do using that logic, the Lakers are beating Phoenix. The Lakers are beating OKC. The Lakers are beating the Clippers.
But we look at them.
All right, see, this is where Shannon just loses me to I get it, right? Like, he's a hardcore LeBron fan. I'm not mad at him for that. You're going to bring in the Lakers, I get it. You're on national TV. You kind of got to put that aside a little bit. But then again, it is First Take, so whatever, right? But you already know. You know 1,000% if Kyrie was on the Lakers, he would have never said what he said. He would have never, ever said what he said about Kyrie at all. It is not happening if he was on the Lakers, right? And now he's pulling at strings over here because his team is in the 10th spot in the Western Conference. I'm about, whoa, wait a minute. They beat the Suns. They beat this. Yeah, cool, great, right? That both things could be true. But we're talking about right now in this current team, the Dallas Mavericks literally have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense over the last 8 games. Clutch time, they're probably, to me, it's the best record in the clutch, 17-6 with a plus net rating of 23, almost 24. You can't make that up. You can't deal with that in the clutch when it comes to other teams. There's not many other teams that have 2 clutch players like Kyrie and Luka. You cannot find that. So what is it? What is it with certain an analysts that have issues with the Mavericks? I find it funny that Shannon Sharp was so way off that Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. had to provide context, which is hilarious. Let's end it off right here. If it could load.
Lakers, and we say to ourselves, excuse me, they can't really shoot the basketball. That's what we're lamenting about them. They don't have Jared Vanderbilt on the defensive side of the ball. Last thing we're concerned about is their ability to score and shoot the basketball.
Could they score the ball? Could they score it last year?
Not really. Not as much.
So Luka.
No, they had some injuries last year. They weren't healthy. That played a role. Well, go ahead.
This is not the same team.
Thank you, Perk.
And look, you know what else matters is that coach that's walking up and down that sideline.
This is where I don't agree.
Kid knows how to put these guys in position to be successful. And just think about it. Now, the West has gotten better, but Luka has proven that he actually can take a team to the Western Conference Finals. He did it, 2 years ago with Jalen Brunson. He got a healthy Kyrie Irving and engaged Kyrie Irving. No one in the world has ever questioned how great Kyrie Irving is. Stephen A. will tell you this because he's alluded to it, how box office this young man is.
Oh, yeah.
We want to know, when is he going to show up to work? Kyrie Irving has showed up to work. Kyrie Irving has been committed to the Dallas Mavericks.
Facts.
That is a dangerous duo to mess with.
Yep.
And you can ask anybody in the Western Conference if they want to see those two guys in a 7-game series. Not saying that they're going to not that they can't put up a game plan to beat them, but
I
that
agree,
scouting
Noah.
report is going to be hard as hell, and it's going to be a tough out.
Clutch record.
Here we go.
Record.
I love this part.
Within 5 points, last 5 minutes.
Thank you, Stephen A.
Dallas Mavericks, 17-6 this year. Best clutch record in the NBA right now.
Yes, sir.
Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic combined, shooting 50% on clutch field goals, 48% on three-pointers, 88% on free throws. That's who they are. Can't ignore that.
No.
Can't ignore that.
So you want a bet?
Woo! Look, I love Shannon Sharp, man. I ain't gonna kill Unc that hard on him. But you gotta understand, man. If you're gonna be on that stage, you gotta do your research. I understand he got shows at night, the nightcap. He's a football Hall of Famer. I ain't disrespecting him as the individual. I'm disrespecting his lack of research. Okay, I love Shannon Sharp. I think what he's doing is great. I do think he has a little bit of an ego because he's also taking it to Twitter, pulling up stats about how many post-up plays are ran for Kyrie and Luka. Sometimes a post-up, and I think the analytics got to work on that, right? Like identify what it constitutes as a post-up play. Like, do you have to be in post-up position, catch the ball, and then work from there, or can you dribble into the post? Because I think in this modern game, you could literally dribble down into the post area and then do some post work. It didn't go get you a point. I think that this game is much more complex than being able to just stand on the block and get a pass, and then you consider that a post shot attempt or a post play. So it's not as simple as the 4 shot attempts that he was able to locate on NBA analytics. That's a little far-fetched because you literally know Kyrie gets down there and he does work. So as far as post plays, that makes no sense. As far as easy buckets, they pick and choose what is an easy bucket, when you could get an easy bucket. It's all hilarious, and I'm only doing this for us to be able to be like, we know basketball damn near better, or we actually do know better about basketball than the actual people in the national media. So credit to you. Kudos to everybody in the chat that be seeing this stuff, that be calling it out. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give you a round of applause. Again, we're better than these guys in certain aspects. They're good at entertaining, whatever the case may be, but their takes, that first take moniker, man, I don't know. Their takes be pretty bad, man. You put us up there as a collective, I think we do pretty damn good, and I think we're pretty sharp, unlike Shannon Sharp. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and let's move on. I'll get to the comments here in a second. I know I spent a lot of time doing that, but I definitely want to get into reviewing the Dallas Mavericks opponent. So let's go ahead and let's get straight to it.
How you want it? Show me my opponent. Show me my opponent.
My opponent's sound effect because I can't use my soundboard. There we go. I was going to put this up there and make it look nice. Boom. All right, man. Woo. Yeah, that was a segment, wasn't it? That was a segment. Let me see if I can catch up on these comments. Where am I at? Damn, hold on. Wait up. I lost 230 today? So thinking 200 on Mavericks to win. Ooh. Lads, listen. Dallas Mavericks beat Cleveland today. Put in 200. Oh, man. The Mavericks. Hold on. That is a dire question. Hold on. Dallas Mavericks record after loss. Damn, where can I find this stat for you, bro? Let's go 2024 season. Does anybody know where we can find that stat? I think they've done pretty good after a loss, but I'm not going. It said the Dallas Mavericks have a record of 33-24 and losses this season. I don't get that. Yeah. Man, I wish I could find that like after a loss. So like AOL. Maybe that's a stat category. Nah. Damn. I won't be able to find it. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got confidence in them. I think they're gonna come out focused. I don't think what the Cleveland Cavaliers have is enough to shut down like Luka and company. So I stopped betting, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't bet as much as I used to. So sorry if I can't answer that question, man. But yeah, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. I think I was around here. Stephen A. couldn't help Shannon Sharp. Even he knew he was wilding. Yeah. I'm confused on why there's only one like on this video. There's only one like. Hold on. We got 23. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody. Let's try to get it to 30, man. Let's try to get it to 30. If you're a Mavs fan and you want the Mavs to win, and you want the homie Antonio to put $200 on the Mavericks to win tonight, leave a like on the video, man. Leave a like on the video. Richard Case, what's up, Richard? He says, I haven't heard this ish yet. I canceled cable about 2 weeks after found YouTube. Well, I'm glad you heard it. You know what I'm saying? Noah says, maybe it was an early game against the Pacers. Maybe that's why we didn't show up, but still no excuses. Yeah, we shoot next Sunday or this Sunday. No, next Sunday. No, this Sunday. Is it this Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday coming up. I think they got the Sixers at 12. Mavericks don't do the greatest early games. Noah says, I want THJ to be cut. I don't care. We went to the Western Conference Finals without him. We don't need him. THJ, he averages 9 points on 33% shooting. We don't need that. Yeah, man. I'll talk about that in a bit. Gina Kim says, I don't expect Unk to understand anything when he's only watching the Lakers and his king LeBron, who were way better than they were talking about the Mavs, and he brings up Bron. Yeah, they can't get away from it, man. I'm not mad at him. It's just like, I just want you to do better. Like, I appreciate you. I'm glad for your success. You just got to do better, bro. Noah says, I don't know what Hardy did. He was on a heater over the last games. Now he can't see the floor. Makes no sense. Tyler's in the building. Yo, fam, what's up? What's up, man? I'm gonna be at the Mavs game next Thursday against the Heat. I'm gonna be at the Legends game. I was able to take a Big J on his offer on the courtside seats and whatnot, so I'm gonna be at the Legends game Saturday. Salute to him. Appreciate that. Like, this is what makes this so fun, is the connections and it's dope, man. It's dope. I can't lie. And then so Tyler, if you're at the Mavs Heat game, let me know, bro. Run into you. Gina Kim says that even Stephen A. Smith came to Kai's defense, and we know how he feels about him. So that already tells a lot. But shout out to those for doing some research and giving us a little praise. Weirdos after a loss, though. Facts. They didn't give us a segment until it was a loss. Noah says, TGK, our centers need to show up in this game. They haven't been a pretense in the last 2 games, so hopefully they show up. Great point. Before I go into the Cavaliers, great point, Noah. You literally reminded me of what I wanted to talk about. Derek Lively, 14 minutes. Daniel Gafford, 19 minutes. This is all off the dome. I literally remember this. And Maxi Kleber, 24 minutes. I feel like the trade, well, we got Gafford. I thought it was going to be exclusively Lively and Gafford, and then Kleber as needed on like small lineups, right? Oftentimes, kid adjusts to the team, and he doesn't play his style of ball, right? Like, we play too much small ball. As soon as the team goes small, he wants to go small. I just feel like it defeats the purpose of having Lively and Gafford if you're going to play Kleber more minutes than both of them. Gafford and Lively combined for what? 33 minutes together? 33 minutes. Kleber with 24. I don't like that. I like Kleber at Lively's minutes of 14, and I like Lively at Kleber's minutes of 24. I don't understand it. It's like a byproduct of getting 2 centers is, Kleber's minutes goes up. Why? Why? Why does Kleber's minutes go up just because Turner is a tough guard? Adjust. If Turner is killing you from the 3, adjust. It doesn't mean play Kleber more minutes. Derek Lively could guard him in space. And that was my concern in the last pregame show, that Gafford, he's probably going to get done in by Turner in space. And he kind of was. But he was doing that to everybody. It just made no sense to play Kleba out there. Kleba got you really nothing. 1 3, I think, and 1 rebound, 1 assist. Nah, bro. You got to leave the centers out there, man. You got to let them develop with this team. Relying on Kleba. You got to do more pick and rolls with other players that can have more impact. Like, involve PJ Washington more. Like, this reliance on Kleba defeats the purpose of the entire trade. The entire trade was to utilize Kleba when needed. Was to utilize Dwight Powell in garbage time. Was to utilize THJ a little less. That's what this trade was for, and we did not do that in the Pacers game. I hope today's a little different. All right, enough of me complaining. Let's get over here to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Man, this show's going by fast, man. I feel like I've been ranting the entire time. I hope y'all enjoying this, because this is not like me all the time, okay? I'm more of a peacemaker. I'm more loving, you know what I'm saying? I try to bring understanding to the world, but today it is what it is. Donovan Mitchell averaging 28.1 points per game for the Cavaliers, leading the team. Jared Allen, 10.6 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell with 6.2 assists. Donovan Mitchell with 1.9 steals per game. And then Jared Allen with 1.1 blocks. Damn, these two guys, man. Looks like these two guys going to be a problem, right? Darius Garland, he's been injured somewhat this year. But in 32 games, he's averaging 18 points per game and about 6.2 assists. Excuse me. Jared Allen, he's averaging 15.9 points per game, about 10.6 rebounds, and 1.1 blocks. Evan Mobley, he's been kind of injured this year as well, but in his 33 games, he's averaging 15.7 points, 10 rebounds, and almost 2 blocks. Caris LeVert, 14 points. Max Strus, 12 points. Isaac Okoro, 9 points. Georges Niang, 8.9 points. All right, let's go down to the three-point percentage. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to know about who's the shooter on this team, right? Sam Morrell. Okay. I don't know much about this dude, but 5 shot attempts per game, shooting 43%. Does anybody know Sam Morrell up in here? I don't. I don't just say things to say it, all right? I like to educate myself, but now I know who Sam Morrell is. He's taking 5 shot attempts per game. He's making 43%. He making money. He making money. Evan Mobley don't shoot enough. Dean Wade, I think I remember him. I remember him from the last. Oh, hold on. Remember we got embarrassed by this Cleveland Cavalier team when they were all injured and we lost? It's not only bounce back day today. We got to get him back in blood today. You know what I'm saying? We owed him one. Dean Wade, he was killing us last game that I remember. 39% from the field. Really good. Isaac Okoro, almost on 3 shot attempts, 39%. Donovan Mitchell, 9 shot attempts at 36%. Georges Niang, almost at 5 attempts, 36%. And then Darius Garland, below league average with 33. Max Strus, below league average with 33. But they got shooters, bro. They got shooters up and down this roster. So Dallas Mavericks, be mindful of that for sure. Let's take a look at the depth chart just to see if there's anybody injured. They are 37-19. They are first in the Central Division, and they are fully healthy tonight. Fully healthy. Let's take a look at their lineups, right? Let's take a look at their lineups. Let's see if there's anything. If I could, if my internet allows it. If my internet allows. I don't even think it's the internet. I think it's more, yeah, it's probably the internet. But I think it's just because I'm sharing the screen. Okay. Thanks for the ad. All right. So their best, one of the best 5-man lineups. Let's go ahead and let's go with the most minutes played. All right. So this is the most minutes they have played with a singular lineup. It is Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, Max Strus, Darius Garland, and Mobley. Damn, they basically got 2 centers out there. Offensive rating of 114, a defensive rating of 110, a positive net rating of 4.2. And the next highest used lineup, which we're most likely going to see, Mitchell, Allen, Strus, Wade, Okoro, offensive rating of 121 and a defensive rating of 101 with a 19.6 positive net rating. So both of these lineups over 200 minutes, both of them are pretty positive. That's not bad, man. That is not bad. They got a pretty solid squad out here. So we're not gonna just act like we're just gonna run over this team. This is a good team. Whenever you can almost win 40 games before your 20th loss, it lets you know that they're an elite team. So let's take a look at the offensive ratings in the league right now. That was the last 8 games. Let's go. Well, let's stick to it, right? Let's stick to the last 8 games. All right, last 8 games, the Mavericks have the 5th best offensive rating, and the Cleveland Cavaliers have the 12th best. Okay, so we're better. We're better offensively. Defensive ratings, the Mavericks have the 4th best defensive rating with 107, and the Cleveland Cavaliers have the 6th best with 109. All signs say the Dallas Mavericks should be winning this game, right? So that's that. But for the season, let's go ahead and let's take a look for all season segments. For the season offensive rating, the Dallas Mavericks are 11th on offensive rating, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are 15th. So that's still staying true. But defensively, the Cleveland Cavaliers have the 2nd best defense in the league for the entire year. So we're not facing scrubs. We're facing a team that actually defends. So be on the lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen. Be on the lookout for that. All right. Dang. This felt like the fastest pregame show I've ever done. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect it to be already 50 plus minutes going on. Like that's crazy. I've never felt that. Pause. Super pause. Salute to everybody, man. 31 likes. Thank you so much. Let me see. Let's go with some X factors, right? Let me put some X factors. What the? Can't draw. Hold on. I'm gonna put an X factor poll down below. X factors for tonight. We're gonna go THJ minutes. We're about to talk about THJ here in a second. Gafford / Lively minutes. I do think these are impactful X factors. Can Okoro and Wade shut down Luka? Nah, they had a tough time with Luka last time. So who's the X factor for Cleveland? It is Kyrie's return to Cleveland as well. I think he's played there before already, but it's like one of his other ones. So I'm gonna say Garland's offensive impact. Like, I know he's trying to get back into the thick of things, right? But we'll see. And then Mavs defense on Mitchell, because he's been killing it. So I think I put good ones. I think I put good ones up here. Y'all might have a tough choice, but y'all might not. Knowing y'all might already have your pick that you want to go with. So there's a poll down below if y'all don't mind checking it out. Let me get back into the comments for a little bit, see how everybody's doing. Nice says, I'm confused on why there's only one. Oh, I already read that. My fault. Haven't heard this shit. Yeah, read that. Maybe it was an early game. Read that. My fault. Read that. Damn. All right, I'm going to skip down a little bit. Sorry if I missed y'all stuff, man. It's so many comments like to keep up with. Sorry. Martin Blake says 25 win streak incoming. I hope so. Jenna Kim says, really, we need Kid to give us a statement game. And what do you mean by statement game? Like playing THJ less? Okay, let me talk about it now. Let me talk about this. Okay. THJ, here's the thing with THJ. And I got to do this to prepare myself to talk about it. So I understand THJ basically took us out of the game against the Pacers. And early on, I was very much upset with the sheer lack of IQ in that game by THJ. It was just really, really, how would I put it? Like uncharacteristic for him. Like it's been bad all year, but it was just obvious. It was obvious he was off in the game. Like when you're throwing passes backcourt, when you're missing assignments and, you know, trying to protect the paint and leaving a wide open guy in the corner that hits threes like that in the corner. It was just I feel like THJ is pressing. I do think so. I think THJ is pressing so much, he is not able to play within the game. Remember, I always say there's always a game within the game. If you got your mind on stuff, if you're trying to keep up, if you're feeling anxiety with your opponent, if you feel like you're playing with other dudes that are relying on you to hit shots, there is an unspoken rule, not an unspoken rule, but there's an unspoken vibe of like pressure. Like, say if I'm playing with two other dudes that are just killers and they're doing everything for us defensively and offensively, and all I got to do is hit wide open threes, that is literally my only value to the team. That's pressure, bro. And I think he is pressing. I don't think he's comfortable. And I don't think my issue isn't with THJ. My issue is with Jason Kidd. I think Jason Kidd not being able to recognize that as a player's coach, you got to look out for your player. You got to defend him. You got to look out and be like, let me stop this bleeding. Let me get you out this game. Let's do it. Let's try it again against Cleveland. Because you're out of it. You are not there. That's what I felt it was. And besides that, for the whole season, I've wanted Jaden Hardy to slowly replace him regardless. Because Jaden Hardy, at the end of last season, he was one of the most reliable players next to Luka, if anybody remembers. Jaden Hardy was a bucket, an automatic wide open bucket. If he was wide open with a three, that thing was going in. Jaden Hardy proved that last year. And it's like, for some reason, we've given him less minutes, given him less opportunities. I feel like he deserves it. And especially if THJ is going to be a candidate to be traded next year and moved on, you need to start developing Jaden Hardy right now. Stop playing these games, Jason Kidd, and let's start thinking about development for the future and also winning right now. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Martin Blake says Pacers was a heat check game. Also, the style of the Pacers is different. I think Kidd was just shell-shocked. That too. Good point. Maybe he was so shell-shocked he couldn't adjust, right? And that's sad. They need to hire me on the coaching staff. Noah says PJ does need to show up on the offensive side of the ball. His handles has been sloppy. I agree. But he can't get in rhythm if he only takes 4 shots. Meanwhile, THJ is taking 18 shots. Great point. Johnny B would have a rebuttal for you. But how can someone get in rhythm if the other guy that's trying to get in rhythm is jacking up shots, not getting in rhythm, and then you got to press even more, right? I think PJ should be our third option. I think we need to find a way to involve him more. For sure. There's ways you could do it. Gina Kim, the Celtics game is the most important game this week. Mavs beating them will tell a lot. I don't want to see excuses. Facts. I agree. Martin Blaze says, if Exum doesn't return this week, I expect him to be away for 1 to 2 months, or Mavs going to say he needs surgery. A knee bursitis, I hope it wouldn't recommend that or require that. Big J, on the center rotation, we need to see Lively and Gafford get 24 and 20 minutes with the scraps going to Powell. Let Maxey stay at the 4. Big J, we know basketball, man. I agree, bro. Like, that's what I think. That's 44 minutes between your two best centers. They should not be getting 33 minutes together. They shouldn't. That's crazy to me. Gina Kim says it's crazy how we lose one game and go to AC, but if we win, we'll be the 6th or 5th if Pels lose. This really is a wild, wild west. Yeah, man, that's why you have to win, bro. You got to win. You have to win. You have to win. Noah said, what J-Kid said last post-game scares me when he said he got to get THJ better looks. I'm terrified every game now. I don't want to see no more 2-9 games. Look, I saw Tim Hardaway Sr. talking about how he doesn't want Luka holding the ball so much and to get others involved. Bro, your son got to knock down shots, dogs. Gina Kim says, watch THJ have a phenomenal night. He might go for 30, giving Kid hope in him and Hardy DMP again. Now what I want to see. Rel said, Unk is full-fledged ESPN now. What's up, Rel? What's up, man? You hate to see it, right? You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. Noah says the whole take with Luka don't play defense is so lazy and it's old and cringe. How come they can't think of anything else? That's what I'm saying. Top 10 in 3 categories, bro. Like, what you want? Gina Kim says in every series, Luka would be the best player on the floor. He and Jokic are debatable, but I'll take Luka. So who's really stopping us? I got one answer, and that's Kid. But we have a better chance. You answered your own question. That's great. Kid is the only one stopping us. Steve M. What's up, Steve? This is my first time seeing you, man. Welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy the show. Steve says, yep, you're right. He thinking about past years, not this year. That's how you know most people don't watch all games going off of the past and not watching what we are doing now. Facts, bro. Facts. And I think Rel said something to what I was referring to. I'll read it in a second. Gina Kim says, all this talk about bad defense, people act like we can't guard anyone. I'm tired of these old narratives. That's why we need these statement games. Show everyone why we could contend. Facts. We got to. We have a great week to do it. K Choice in the building. What's up, Mavs Nation? We get that done to dub today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to. TGK, that whole Shannon take makes no sense. There are other ways to score besides putting your back to the basket. Why is there a 3-point shot then? I don't know, man. LeBron isn't a back to the basket kind of player. Even in his later years, that isn't his primary source of points. It's not like that. LeBron is, you can use him anywhere, bro. And LeBron out of the post, without research, LeBron out of the post, I think he utilizes his post to garner a double to find someone open. That's what I want Luka to utilize it for. I've always been saying this. You put Luka in the post, utilize him to get an easy layup, an easy cut, find people open. You could always find people open when people have to turn their neck, right? If I got to turn around to find you, to locate you, instead of you're at the top of the key, I could guard, right? Like I could guard my guy and I can still know where you at the top of the key. But if you're in the post, that means I'm at the top of the key and I got to turn around, right? Stay with me. If I got to turn around and know where you at, like, oh, where's the main threat? Oh, he's over here. My guy could sneak behind while I'm not looking, and Luka has an easy dime. That's where the post game is so effective, where you don't even have to score from there. You could just find cutters, find people wide open, because people have to look for you because you're such a threat. They have to look for you. They have to find you. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop talking. It's funny how he talking like this, but his GOAT Braun and his Lakers can't get easy buckets without having to shoot free throws. Like Perkins said, he trusts us more than the Lakers, and that's a fact. Yup. Russ says, Shannon could have did what you just did and do some damn research. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I'm telling you. It's not that hard. Oh, man, I wish I could catch up with all these comments, but I don't think I'll be able to, guys. Let me see. King's in the building. What did King say? Stephen A. Smith and Perk just don't want to be left behind. They're not hearing what others have said. Facts. That's why I don't take them that seriously. Just win. Facts. All right, man. I like this part. KP lost me on that J-Kid take. I was like, okay, KP, settle down. Janikip says, I bet Shannon only watched the Mavs when he went against the Lakers or not, because I don't know what he's seeing. Then he brought up last year as if it's not a different team. Exactly, bro. Exactly. All right, man. I see where I'm cutting it close. You already know what time it is. Let's go ahead and let's do our prediction segment. If you got a prediction for today's game, go ahead and comment below, and I will read it off as I read off my scores. And right here, there we go. I wish I had my soundboard, man, without sounding like Bane from Batman. All right, the Dallas Mavericks are not favored tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I did not know that. Look at that. The Dallas Mavericks are not favored. The Cleveland Cavaliers are favored by 4 with a 231 over-under total score. Wow. 231. Cavs favored by 4. Huh. Cavs favored by 4. 231. What they think it's gonna be like 118, 114 or something? Huh. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. But you already know what time it is, man. It's time to lock in. Let me get my score together. Hold on. It's the Mavs versus Cavs. You know we do the dash. We about to kick some ass. Let me get my score down. All right, enough of that. Let me see. That went straight into flow. That's not even a flow. That's like simple. That's simple rhymes, bro. You can do that all day, right? Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get my score down. Carry to 1. I'm gonna say. I mean, they are the second best defense for the entire league. The Mavericks are a little bit hotter right now. I do think this could be somewhat of a low-scoring game. But I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid. Maybe I'll get a... Couldn't find a word. All right, here we go. I got the Dallas Mavericks winning 121-117 down below. It's the Dallas Mavericks 121-117. Let me go see what y'all voted over here. Volume this down a little bit. What did y'all vote? So after 30 votes, X factors for tonight. No one picked Garland's offensive impact. That's hilarious. But 45% of y'all said THJ minutes. Damn. If that's not telling, that's telling. THJ's minutes. You know what? Let me put another poll up. We got a little bit of time. THJ preferred minutes. I want to see what y'all think. 20 plus. All right. 20 plus. 15 plus. 10 plus. I don't want to put 0 because if I put 0, y'all gonna vote for that. What are your THJ preferred minutes? Vote down below. Come on, let's get these votes in. We're 2 likes away from 40. Appreciate y'all hanging in here with me, man. Again, I got the Mavericks winning 121-117. Let's see what the scores are. Sorry if I didn't get to your comment, bro. It's 1 hour, man. It's a lot of pressure to deliver a show, to read comments, to try to stay on top of it. It's tough, but I appreciate it. Frank says, I think THJ dad is also screwing up his time with the Mavs. Not the main problem, but a problem. Yeah. It's like Big Baller, right? LaMelo and all those guys. Div's in the building. What's up, Div? I feel Jason Kidd cost us his game tonight. By playing J Kidd and not using big guys when they start killing us. See us losing by 15 to 20 points. Oh, you meant THJ. Gotcha. Don't depress me, Div. Come on now. Ben is in the building. What's up, Ben? Let's see. I'm about to drop a flow. You already know. It's your boy TGK coming through the hole. About to reverse. Lay up with a verse. Let me stop. Put you in a hurt. All right, Gogu says ESPN agenda is Mavs and Luka now every day because the MVP result is near. Love it. Div says 130-112 Cavs due to J Kidd giving THJ minutes in the fourth quarter. Damn. Mavs get the dub. 110-99. Appreciate you, young Luka. Young Luka here like a shooter. About to go to the club and spark up some hookah. Pasquale says Mavs 119-112. I like that. Nick says 133-110 Mavs. Hey, that's a statement. Martin Blake says Mavs 125, Cavs 100. Yeah. I'm loaded with the bars. My shot is from Mars. You don't want to ride with me in my crazy car. Nah, that was kind of lame. Let me stop. Noah says 121-112 Mavs win. I like it. DV says 119-112 Mavs. I like that. 127-117 night Mavs. I got you. All right. Mount Snack says if THJ gets less than 25 minutes, Mavs win. If he gets more than 28 minutes, God, Mavs get blown out. That's crazy. Hey. Gina Kim says 121-118 Mavs. Luka going for 40. Kai going for 30. PJ hitting his shots. Our bigs locking down on D. Hardy 14 points, more minutes. THJ 10 minutes, 2 points, minus 19. We're our favorite. God. All right, let me see what this said. So everybody's vote said they want THJ at 10 plus minutes. THJ at 10 plus minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all, man. I wish I could be here all day hanging out with y'all all night, but I can't because I'm going to go to Pluckers right after this. I'll jump on damn, what am I doing? I'll jump on the playback for a little bit, but I'll be at Pluckers watching this game. So anyway, y'all have a good one, guys. Let's get this W and let's go Mavs. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Damn, we got a game tomorrow. God. All right, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace out.